to alarm you, Commander, but it's possible there are still Darkspawn in the Vigil. Some of the deep cellars caved in. I suspect that there are pockets of Darkspawn below, trapped. In time, they may dig their way out. It looks like the explosives caved this section in. I brought along Master Voldrick.
I wager these passages may go far enough to connect to the deep roads. If we don't shut these tunnels, the Darkspawn can attack from below again.
We'll need some time, but as soon as we clear it, we'll let you know.
Tell me more about the Legion of the Dead.
It's an independent company of soldiers. They accept no command but their own. Anyone who can bear arms can join, no matter his crimes, or sanity. They hold a funeral when they join, and swear their only goal is a glorious death.
So, what about it, huh? Huh?
You're drunk again.
Aren't you tired of asking that? 'Cause I'm tired of hearing it. I was thinking about my plan for a grand fleet of Mabari chariots. Talked to your dog about it once. Didn't seem impressed. Thing is, the Grey Wardens could use a snazzier image. Everyone thinks we're a grim stick-in-the-muds. Oh, and the ladies love them chariots. Oh, yes.
You know, I'm actually not the first How to be a Grey Warden.
Seems like your father didn't remember that.
Or maybe he did. It was my grandfather we're talking about. His name was Padric How. He joined the Order before it returned to Ferelden just after the war. Never contacted his family again. Just vanished. Now that I know about the joining, I think he died.
Many good men and women die in the joining.
I know that now. Father always said he was a horrible man for abandoning the family to join a pointless cause. I grew up ashamed of my grandfather. But now I see his bravery. That will take some getting used to.
The only shame was your father's.
My father often forgot that nobility has another meaning. You know, my grandfather had a bow passed down from his grandfather. I wonder if it's still around. At any rate, we should probably get back to it. There are Darkspawn to kill, I'll bet. Somewhere.
Look at that! Was Andraste really that much of a looker? Don't you think she would have been, I don't know, a barbarian?
Are you looking for realism? It's an icon.
Just wondering aloud. After all, Andraste did exist, didn't she? What would she have thought of the Circle of Magi? Forcing mages to fight demons, or be made tranquil?
She'd probably be confused by it.
No doubt you're right. Seems to me that Andraste counseled men to seek their own path to the Maker, but the Chantry uses her words as a reason to collar us just for being who we are.
I completely agree.
That's so sweet of you. I'm all a tingle. Oh well, she's still quite a looker for a prophet. I'm just saying.
You arranged for quite the welcome for us, didn't you, Commander? Not that I mind. Gave me a chance to do some proper testing.
You're the one who blew up those Darkspawn, right?
Oh, kind of you to notice. That was my work. The name is Dworkin Glavenok. Some call me Dworkin the Mad. That don't ruffle my beard, though. You have to be a little mad in my line of research.
Did you invent these explosives?
I developed these particular formulations, but it's the Kunari who perfected the art. That just gets in my craw. Sullen, ashen-skinned giants shouldn't be allowed to outsmart dwarves. So, I've been conducting experiments on lyrium sand and other volatile ingredients.
That sounds dangerous.
Aye, and that it is. Lost a cousin to it. And some apprentices. But a stable formula would put a mess of hurt on the Darkspawn. Let us retake some of our lost tags.
Is there any way I can help?
If you got a mind to, aye. We used up all the explosives on those Darkspawn. I can make more, but I'm out of lyrium sand. Lyrium dust is all over the place, but that's too fine. Dust's good for fuses, but not the boom I'm looking for. With real lyrium sand, I can set the lads to work.
I wasn't expecting dwarves at the Vigil.
King Harrowmont has a long memory for those who've helped him. The king figured the least he could do was send a few mad dwarves the warden's way.
We'll talk later. Don't blow yourself up.
I'll be careful. Careful-ish.
Commander, the men cleared the rubble. You'll have to see what they found for yourself.
Show me.
Here we are. Look at her.
I knew it led to the deep roads. I could smell it.
It looks safe enough to climb down. Find a way to stop the Darkspawn from coming back this way. Good luck.
I think this is lyrium sand. We should get some of this back to Dworkin.
Commander, the ancestors favor us indeed. This is a dwarven barrier door. Before old Calharol fell, she nearly had it complete. Only the mechanism needs work. If they'd only had a bit more time to finish, Orzammar wouldn't be all alone.
Can you finish what Calharol began?
Won't take me long to fix up the mechanism. Poor sods were nearly done. This is proper dwarven engineering. You stand back now. Should buy us a few years. A decade if we're lucky.
That'll give us time to devise a more permanent solution.
Let's go back to the keep.
Of course.
Is this the bow you mentioned earlier?
Is this what I think it is? It is. That's the Howe crest burned into the wood right there. This is my grandfather's bow. Or rather, my grandfather was the last to use it. It was originally made for an ancestor during the Exalted Marches.
This is the grandfather who was a Grey Warden?
That's the one, yes. I remember finding it before Father sent me to the Free Marches. A shame for it to sit in storage. Thank you. It's good to have a part of my family's legacy again. Something to be proud of.
Oh, you're back to visit old Dworkin?
You're in luck. I found some lyrium sand.
Wonderful. We can start making more explosives.
Warden, before you let my brother blow himself to little bitsies, tell him to be careful.
Don't listen to Voldrick. I know what I'm about.
And how many apprentices have you lost? 3? No, 4?
We'll know the risks. If we succeed, our names will go down in history.
Your brother is right. You're no use to anyone dead.
Fine. We'll be safe. Happy now, Voldrick? Thanks for your help. Please, take these. Use them to give those beasties a what for.
Warden, I did warn you about the stone in these parts. Human masons will use whatever's at hand, but for proper walls, you need proper stone.
Obviously. Go on.
The nearest quarry has some miserable slate nonsense. I need proper granite. The darker the better. I don't suppose, you know, in your travels...
I haven't come across any. I'll keep an eye out.
I'll be here. Don't tarry too long. Got a wall to rebuild.
Seneschal Verrill has been looking for you. Please go to the throne room.
All rise. The Warden Commander and Liege Lord of all Amaranthine enters.
I've held it off as long as I could, but you hold the right of high justice on your land. Certain matters of court must be decided.
Anything I should know before we proceed?
By custom, the claimants make their case to you. I'll advise you after, then you rule. The Seneschal of the Vigil can hold court as well, if the Arl commands it.
Let's begin.
Be seated. The Warden Commander will first hear the matter of the Crown against the sheepherder Alec.
On behalf of the Crown, I submit that Alec stole 2 bushels of grain bound for the garrison in Amaranthine. When confronted by soldiers, he confessed. The punishment for theft from the Crown is death by hanging.
What say you, Alec?
My sheep were slaughtered by the Darkspawn. My family was starving. I asked for mercy. Commander, mercy.
The poor bugger. Had he stolen from anyone besides the Crown, he'd escape with a flogging.
I am not without mercy. Flog him instead.
Thank you. Thank you.
The next matter is of a civil nature. Lady Liza Pacton is the sovereign of Terns Down.
I prefer to speak for myself. The old Arl Rendenhar made certain promises to me. Some of these he committed to paper. I was given the right to the incomes of the Southern Bridge.
And what part did you take in Howe's conspiracies, Liza? To get such a fruitful prize? I am Sir Darren, and it is my land she seeks. Taken from me because I was one of the few nobles who stood against Tern Logain.
Commander, Sir Darren is an ally, and Amaranthine has precious few who support you wholeheartedly.
If there's any hope of persuading more nobles to your cause, you must be fair-minded.
It's legal, Darren. But I swear I'll make this up to you.
My father built that bridge. But, very well. I place my trust in you.
The Commander has spoken. The matter is resolved. Bring in Sir Temele the Ox.
Sir Temmerley stands accused of a murder most foul. You and your men came upon Sir Tamra in the dead of night and did cravenly ambush her. You dare too much, Captain Garavel. I am noble-born and will not submit to your accusations. You are accused of murder, sir. My soldiers found you fleeing while Sir Tamra's blood was still hot. There's a great deal of traffic on the roads, not all of it human. And it's so dangerous at night. We were merely in a hurry to reach a nice, safe place. You mock this court with your denials. You have nothing, Captain. Release me, Commander. It's this common lout's word against mine.
You will recall Sir Tamra as the knight who warned us against the conspiracy. Sir Temmerley was a confederate of Al Howe.
Is there really no more evidence against him?
Only some blood on their clothes. A sadly common sight on travelers these days. Besides that, nothing. The captain looked into the matter thoroughly.
Could he be innocent?
If he's innocent, I'm the Empress of Orlais. But it's possible, I suppose.
The conspiracy is real, and they claimed their first victim.
I fear you're correct.
What would happen if we executed him?
There'd be some outrage. There's no love for the Ox, but he's a noble. With such scant evidence. But you are within your rights to execute him. What is your will?
Imprison him during our very, very long investigation.
What is the meaning of this? You can't do this!
Oh, but the Commander very much can. This session of the Arling's court is over. And Maker, help me. I hope the next one is easier than this.
Commander, I have a matter to bring to your attention.
Anything important?
Potentially urgent. The Orlesians, wardens, I mean, began gathering information while they were here. The most promising lead they found was a wild tale a couple of hunters told.
What did the hunters claim?
These hunters, Colbert and, well, the other one, claim to have stumbled across an entrance to the deep roads. Darkspawn all over the place, they said. And this was before the fiends appeared throughout the whole Arling. The wardens were just about to send someone to track down Colbert.
Those hunters may have found the Darkspawn breeding ground.
One breeding ground, at least. Colbert and his friend are in the city of Amaranthine. Probably amongst the refugees outside the city gate. Commander.
Looking for some company, honey pie? I'm always available for riveting conversations with fine women.
I'll rivet you to the floor if you call me that again.
I like a woman who's all business.
I'm here to talk about Darkspawn.
Oh, you're one of those Grey Wardens. You find some Darkspawn, and sure enough, the Grey Wardens come knocking. I can't take all the credit for finding the rift, you know. Mika here fell in first.
Tell me what happened.
Well, it's quite a ways out of town. We were tracking a buck off in that direction, you see, before this Darkspawn mess. We'd been on his tail for about a week at that point. I'd wager he thought it was great fun leading us on a merry chase as he did.
I'm not here to talk about venison.
Oh, the chasm, yes. We saw it coming over our rise. It was really something to behold. A huge cleft, as though the Maker himself had cracked the earth in two, like an egg.
I like eggs.
It looked like someone had tried to build over it, but it must have been abandoned a long time ago. No one in town knew about it.
Who tried to build over it?
Well, people, I suppose. Maybe even the Darkspawn. Well, of course, we had to investigate. That was when Mika fell in. A shriek like you wouldn't believe, and he was gone.
Earth crumbled, not stable.
Right. And as Mika lay there yelling about his knee or his head or what have you, the Darkspawn appeared.
Looks like you survived.
We got lucky. They seemed occupied, like they had someplace really important they had to be. Didn't notice us at all, thank the Maker.
The Darkspawn was so occupied as to overlook two screaming injured men. Boggles the mind.
I marked the chasm on my map so we could avoid it, but sounds like you want to know where it is, so here you go. So, we getting anything for our trouble?
Thank you. Here are some silvers.
Thanks. This'll get me good and drunk at the inn. Take my mind off the trouble out there.
you're going down into that. Ooh, unstable crumbling chasm. Let's go and play in it.
Now that you have a physical body, what do you plan to do with it?
Serve justice, as I always have.
I know what I'd do if I suddenly became a complete man.
You're alluding to something. I know not what.
You can't be that stupid.
We have work to do.
Was close. For a moment there, I thought I was really about to join the Legion of the Dead.
Are you all right?
I might have cracked a rib, but it's hard to be sure. Everything hurts. I'm sure they intended to turn me into a brood mother. They do that with females, and Darkspawn are nothing if not predictable. Anyway, I can't chat for long. I should probably go back, as foolish as that sounds, see if there's anything I can do.
Is there a battle somewhere?
The old fortress of Calharol. There's something going on there. I think the Darkspawn are breeding an army.
We must discover if there is truth to this statement. The Darkspawn cannot be left to carry out their plans.
The Legion went to investigate, but Calharol proved too much for us. It was a massacre, and now I'm the only one left.
These Darkspawn must be eradicated.
That's what we thought. Oh, we'll just run in there, eradicate the Darkspawn, and be back in time for supper. Well, whoops. The Darkspawn have changed. They're smart now. They destroyed the Legion. I saw them taking some of the women, and I wasn't about to stick around for that.
I will fight with you. Together, we can avenge the Legion.
What? Really? Did I mention Calharol was a death trap? Why do you want to do this?
We're Grey Wardens.
Ah, my condolences. Let's not waste time. Calharol awaits, and Darkspawn, when left to their own devices, get up to all kinds of nonsense.
Is there some great ceremony when someone joins the Legion of the Dead?
It's called a funeral.
Right, but is it boring and somber like a regular funeral? I mean, you're not burying anyone.
This is true. Dwarven funerals involve a great deal of ale and singing. Then, there's an orgy.
What? You're kidding!
Of course I'm kidding. I don't know much about Calharol, except what the others from the Legion told me. It used to be important. A center of learning for the Smithcast. When the fortress was lost, a lot of what the Smiths had learned was lost with it. They've never built anything quite like Calharol since. It's Juka. He's hurt. Bad.
Sigrun?
Yes, it's me. Be still and try not to talk.
There must be something we can do.
No. I feel my death upon me. And it is a sweet release.
No! I have bandages. I can help.
You must listen. The brood mothers. They're breeding. I saw an army. You must stop them. But beware the children. They are abominations, even among Darkspawn.
What? What children? Whose children?
Forgive me.
We have to finish what the Legion started. Those broodmothers need to be destroyed. The Legion got this far with no trouble. We got careless and complacent and stormed the main entrance up those stairs. It was a disaster. The Darkspawn were waiting. They turned the Tig's old defenses against us.
Traps?
And more. Ancient dwarven ingenuity, used by the very monsters it was intended to kill. We need to learn from the Legion's mistake. Avoid the main door.
Is there another way in?
Most of the old dwarven fortresses had hidden side entrances. I bet this one does too. We just need to find it. Yet more of these creatures. Disgusting.
This would be a great place to hide a lever. Ah, a lever. Look at that, there was a hidden entrance.
I once started a rumor about secret passages in the tower. Had the Templars pressing their noses to the walls for months. Hilarious.
I've never seen anything like this before. They say the memories of the stone are forever. Is this what they mean?
For generations, they have told you you were nothing, swept you away like so much dust. Now you are the only thing standing between them and the Darkspawn that threaten our empire. Show them that you are not nothing. Show them that you can be warriors. Let the stone tremble with the thunder of your footsteps! Fight! They're gone. Everyone's gone. They've abandoned the Tig. We have to follow them. I'm not gonna sit here and get eaten by those monsters.
But this is our home. We can't survive out there.
We won't survive in here.
Watch your little brother. Keep him quiet.
Mother, please. You don't know how to fight.
Oh, I've been in my share of scrapes over the years.
Mother.
Chin up, girl. Someone must fend off the Darkspawn. Delan says that if we do, the ancestors will look kindly upon us, and Forgive us.
These weapons were taken from the armories of Kal Harol. I ask only for volunteers who would rather die fighting than give in.
Sod off. You people left us for dead.
Yeah, we should just take your weapons and kill you instead.
Then you will go to your graves, knowing that you murdered the one person who thought you worthy to bear arms for Kal Harol. Do you want that? Or do you want to prove your worth? Taken from the armory...
Those bastards left us behind, and he wants us to fight to defend their escape.
We're going to die anyway. Daylon is giving us a chance to prove we're not worthless.
You're full of sawduster. Some of us are going to try to make it to the surface. You in?
No. I'm going to do something right for once in my life.
More lyrium sand. We should take this back. Let's just hope Dworkin doesn't blast apart the entire keep.
Rush the attack! Go! The lost is mine!
Darkspawn fighting each other. I mean, that's new. I can't say I'm complaining, though. More Darkspawn fighting each other. You know, battling Darkspawn sure is a lot easier when they kill each other. If we keep killing each other, we're going to be out of a job.
No!
May the stone remember the defenders of Kal Harol, who were born casteless and died warriors. Died warriors? He wanted them to be remembered as warriors. Warrior caste. And look, he carved their names in this tablet. All of them. We can't just leave this here. We have to find some way to honor the memory of those who died here.
This place looks like an old forge. And it's still stocked. We should take back some of this iron to Wade. He could use it to better arm our troops.
Ooh, lyrium. The Chantry has a monopoly on all lyrium the dwarves mine. They kill anyone who tries to get around it.
Don't the dwarves object?
The smugglers do, I'll bet. I used to be a good little Andrastian. I said my prayers, repented my sins, all of it.
What's the alternative?
Life as a hedge mage, brewing love potions for villagers and hoping nobody notices. It could have been worse. I could have been made tranquil, haggling over the price of a wand. Or I could be with the Canary. I hear they leash their mages. Or I could be dead. Dead's bad.
Instead, you're a Grey Warden.
Right. Death to the Darkspawn. Rah. A related question. What do Grey Wardens do when there aren't Darkspawn running amok? I mean, are there parties? Do we travel the world, take over small kingdoms?
We remain vigilant.
Hopefully someone comes to dust off the cobwebs every now and again. Me, I intend to take up knitting. I'll send a scarf to the Templar commander every Saturnalia, provided I don't end up in some ogre's belly, chewed up into tiny mage pieces. But I'm an optimist.
Thank the Maker. It's a relief to see someone who isn't one of those monsters. Please, for the love of all that's good, let me out. I couldn't stand another minute with these creatures.
Are you all right?
Yes, I haven't been injured or infected with the Darkspawn corruption. I swear.
Why haven't they killed you then? And what are you doing here in the first place?
Oh, I overheard Colbert talking about the chasm, and I thought I'd sneak in past the Darkspawn to see if there was any treasure. Well, I found something in this place before the Darkspawn caught me.
You thief! What you have belongs to the Dwarven people.
Well, they weren't here to defend it. It's not stealing if they've abandoned it. You can have it if you let me out. I don't want it anymore. It's caused nothing but trouble.
What did you find, anyway?
I'm not sure, but it looks valuable. I've got a nose for these things, trust me. Come on, all I want is to get out of here.
Sounds like a deal.
Thank you. My life is worth more than this. Take the blasted thing.
Good, you're free. Try not to get killed.
Thank you. Thank you 1,000,000 times over.
Well, as far as valuable treasures go, it doesn't look particularly valuable. Oh, don't look at me like that. I was never going to leave him in there. He just seemed so keen to bargain for his life, I didn't want to let him down. He'd probably been working on that pitch for hours. These things again, and they're bigger now. Fantastic. Well, I think we can confirm this is definitely a Darkspawn breeding ground.
Back in Caloral's time, long corridors were probably a status symbol. The longer the better. Yeah.
The Architect sends many, but does not come himself. He is a coward. I will kill you, and he will know that he has failed to destroy the Loth. He will know that the Mother will tear him apart. Who comes now? I can feel you, but you are no Darkspawn. What trickery is he planning? You will die, as all who serve the Architect will die. The Mother demands it.
Now we just have to put an end to them, and whatever these Darkspawn were planning. Time for your daily dose of death. Who's up? I guess I'm still. Funny how that keeps happening.
Those tentacles, waving, it's kind of hypnotic, isn't it?
And here are the broodmothers, just as vile as I remembered. I think I can cut these chains.
We did it. If the rest of the Legion were alive, I know they would honor you in some way.
I'm sorry so many had to die.
I used to wish I could get away from the others. Now I'm all alone and I just want them back. Silly, isn't it? What's curious is that we seem to be caught between two factions of Darkspawn. I've never heard of such a thing. The Darkspawn are by nature vicious, and they have always fought amongst each other. But for there to be two organized factions, this is something else.
I've heard of the Mother. She sent someone to kill me.
Oh, well that's just typical, isn't it?
What will you do now?
Oh, I'll probably disappear into the bowels of the Deep Roads, never to be seen again. One good thing about the Deep Roads is that you never run out of Darkspawn to fight.
This is a good thing, is it?
The alternative is hundreds of the Legion sitting at the great doors of Orzammar, just staring at people with our wide, dead eyes.
Really?
Yes. Arranging the flowers in our rock gardens gets dull after a while.
You should join me instead.
Go? With you? But that would go against my vow, and my plan to disappear into the deep, unmourned, and forgotten.
I'm looking for Grey Wardens. Join us.
Be a Grey Warden? Is that allowed? Can you be both part of the Legion and a Grey Warden?
You'll still fight Darkspawn, and die doing so.
And I'd be more effective at killing the Darkspawn, won't I? Ha! How does one say no to this? I will follow you. You seem an all-right sort, and I'll be better off with you at my back than alone. Let's go then, the Darkspawn await.
Commander.
Another wishes to undertake the joining.
Oh, I hope they fare better than Sir Myrene. I'll make the preparations. From this moment forth, Sigrun, you are a Grey Warden.
A toast, then. To those who fell in Kal Harol. May I join them soon.
You chose her well, Commander. She will wait shortly.
Kal Harol lost! The lost is lost! Lost, 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 lost!
Mother, be calm.
Calm, yes. Once I was calm. Once Mother listened to the beautiful call, felt it wash over her and inside her, and she was calm. But now there is no calm. The Father took that away, and now he takes away Kal Harol. My poor pets in Kal Harol. The Father knew I would send them against him. The Father feared. Kal Harol is gone, but the Mother still has her tricks. Many, many tricks.
But what will the mother do